is another makeup Sesh, and today we have one of the most beautiful faces at Miss Universe Philippines from Bohol.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Nix. Thank you for having me on your makeup sesh online. I'm Pauline Amelinckx, your Boholana. All ready and prepared with my base. Start your eye makeup session.
Guys, just a reminder, this video is edited already for a more enjoyable watching experience. The full class kasi is roughly around 2.5 hours, so medyo mahaba talaga siya, depending on the speed of the student or the need of the student itself. So if you guys wish to have your own personal one-on-one makeup session with us, just message us on Facebook at NYX Institute of Beauty.
So what are your weaknesses in terms of doing makeup?
Weaknesses, I never really was able to make myself look fierce with makeup or using makeup. It was always sweet makeup, day makeup, so I never really mastered yet the like pageant makeup or the kind of smoky eye makeup. I'm still working on it. I kind of liked my picture or my look during the official photo shoot from Miss Universe, because there my eyes were really like parang fierce in a sense, and I was never able to like duplicate a look like that.
Okay, so I get what you're saying, that people are looking for a fierce look for you. Okay. And obviously you've mastered like the beautiful, light, everyday makeup already.
Yeah.
I check your Instagram, I check your Facebook, and usually when I'm friends with a lot of the pageant press media, I would usually watch the reviews on the photos. Yung makeup mo for the photo shoot.
The official one.
Yeah, the official one. It was nice. Maganda yung makeup. Obviously. And you guys requested for like a smoky, dark look din naman talaga. In a way, nung time na yan, right?
Yes, that was true.
Okay. The makeup was perfect. But when I was how will I explain it? When I was like checking the reviews of how people perceive you nung headshot mo, yung iba naman parang nabigla. Parang, uy, sobrang dark. Parang ganon. Parang, nabigla sila na parang it's too dark for Pauline. Which I get then. So I would suggest, if ever naman magda-dark ka, let's go somewhere in between.
Or like I got the sense also na nabiglaan pud sila because from like always fresh to like suddenly that. But personally, I did like the makeup. That day. I did like it. But if we can go somewhere like in between, like
between.
it'll be fine too, as long as it's still like kind of darker than my usual.
Okay.
Than my usual.
I get it. Okay. So what I'm gonna suggest is, yes, let's learn smoky eye, but let's not do it exaggeratedly. Let's do something in between. Instead of like doing black, let's do brown, medyo bronzy brown. So if you have like a bronzy color palette there, that will be awesome. But if not, we'll just go somewhere halfway.
No, I think I have.
Okay. Awesome. Great.
Parang I like the shimmer.
Okay. Sige. And then for the brows pala, how do you usually want it? Or how does your team would like to brand you in terms of that? Are you going for like the pageant, super sharp, super placado brows? Or we're going somewhere in between then slightly natural-ish?
Yeah, I think something in between that also. Maybe I don't know if it will be a good combination if the eyes are gonna be like somewhere in the middle, but then the brows are gonna be like too on fleek. Or I don't know if there's such a thing as too on fleek, pero yeah, I'm
actually,
not like a makeup.
There's
I'm not
actually
a makeup thing.
somewhere in between. Na when you like check on Instagram and you like look at makeup photos that are trending, usually yung brows nila is like the placadong on fleek.
Usually, yeah.
Oo. Kaya lang ngayon kasi, pawala na siya. What you would like see on celebrities and a lot of yung mga nauuso naman ngayon is puro naman bushy.
Bushy, yeah.
So what we can do para you get an idea on both areas is we'll do something bushy on the inner, on the top part, and then clean on the outer.
Okay.
So we're somewhere.
I thought you were gonna have like one on fleek and then another bushy
Good
for me to try. For me to try it both. Anyway, your suggestion is better.
So we're gonna do somewhere in between. So on fleek on the outer, not super on fleek, medyo clean lang. Para somewhere in between pa rin, medyo feminine pa rin, and then bushy on the end. We good?
Alright.
Guys, this is going to be the peg that we are going to do. So we start off with, do you have meron kang eye primer?
I have something that's like a primer, but it has like a shimmer already on it. Is that okay?
Okay. There, I think that's like a dewy, glowy base primer. So that's the primer for the entire face. Can I see what is that? Just to
I don't have. I just have like a primer moisturizer thingy, but that's for my entire face.
Okay, hindi. Kasi when you use like a moisturizing primer on the eye, chances are halfway of the event nag-aano na siya, nahuhulas na siya. Kasi yung eye natin usually medyo mas oily siya.
Yeah, I have that. I'm an oily kind of person on my face.
So the eyes are usually one of the first things that starts to oil kasi nag-season siya eh. When you close your eyes, when you open your eyes. Tapos, so in short, siya yung unang nahuhulas. That's why it's nice to have like an eye primer. If you do not have an eye primer, an alternative would be your concealer.
Okay.
But the best one talaga, lalo na if it's like, we're talking about longevity, we're talking about if yung mata mo is yung type na, yun ang term na nangangain ng makeup. So yan, maganda talagang eye primer. So for now, since you don't have that, let's put on our concealer na lang muna.
Okay. Let me just take note of the eye primer so I can buy it once I'm allowed to go out. Eye primer. So I have my concealer, and then I can just go ahead and apply it.
Yes. Just enough to cover the lid. Go lang.
But it's also like I bought some makeup also right before ECQ started. I think I was only able to use it like twice in Manila or thrice. It's so expensive.
Which one?
NARS.
NARS is a very, very nice brand. I actually like the concealer of NARS. I also like their foundation.
I have to admit it's really good, pero grabe. Like, so expensive to work, to buy makeup.
So, let's do our brows first para then frame yung face mo. I noticed kasi na it's easier to do the eyes pag nakikita ko na kung ano na yung magiging dating ng aking brows. Lalo na yung tip niya. Kasi pag nag-wing eyeliner ako, and then I can't see where talaga yung gusto kong ending ng brows ko, medyo nakakalito siya ng konti. So, it's nice to do your brow first.
Okay. I'll try to change that in my routine because I usually do my eyes first and then my brows. But I think, yeah, you're right. You have a very good point. Learning something today. Okay, eyebrows first.
It's not wrong to do your eyeshadow first. The only reason why I do my brows first kasi it helps frame my face. Giving me an idea of how my overall eye look will go.
Okay. So for eyebrows, I have eyebrow pencils, both in brown, of course, one in a lighter and then one darker. They're both from Maybelline. So which one should I use, the lighter brown or the darker brown?
You can start with the light. Kasi if you start with the light brow product, tapos gusto mo siyang i-transition or gusto mo siyang going on fleek, yung darker mo yung pang the dark natin dun sa tip para magkaroon ka ng gradients from light to dark. Yun yung goal natin today. So magkakaroon ka ng difference ng color from the inner part to the outer.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just give a quick difference between brow products. There's what we call the brow pomade. Okay. This is
Okay.
slightly harder to use, slightly kasi you have to use a brush. So, easier to use ang pencil. Ang difference lang nila is, ang brow pomades usually, longevity-wise, mas matagal to. If you're super oily, if super pawisin ka, mas matagal ang effect ni brow pomade. Mas mahirap nga lang siyang i-perfect. Si pencil is easier to manipulate, so it's easier to use. Ang pencil, though, well, slightly, depende pa rin naman yan sa brand, mas madali siyang mag-fade out. So you would notice that halfway through of your event, medyo nag-fade out siya ng konti.
That's true.
So, if ever man, if brow pencil, I like the one from Benefit.
For the brow pomade,
Brow
Which-
pomade, meron din kay Benefit, but my favorite is Anastasia. It's not available though in the Philippines.
like,
Um,
sige lang, benefits. I'll put it also.
Benefit is nice also. This one is Anastasia. Sa States ko po nabibili.
I'm gonna have to work again to buy all this.
So let's do our brows.
Yes. Okay.
So I'll show you muna how to do like a bushy brow. Tapos let's just clean it up later. So let's say this is, as a taxi ka. Tapos nagmamadali ka sa event mo.
Wow.
Tapos
And I'm gonna have to do my brows in the taxi.
Okay.
I'll focus
There is
my eye.
There's actually a way to do that. Okay, what I do when I'm super nagmamadali and pagbaba ko ng taxi, event ka agad. Tapos I don't have a choice. Okay, what I use is this one. This is called a brow cara. A fiber volumizing brow cara.
A brow cara. So that's like a brow pencil with mascara kind of ish.
Something
A
in
brow cara.
So it's sort of a mascara for the brows.
Yeah.
So this one, there are different kinds of brow caras. May mga brow cara na pang ano lang siya. Pang color lang. Halimbawa, sobrang blonde yung hair niya, tapos black na black yung buhok ng brows niya. Okay, weird tignan, di ba? So, a lighter brow cara helps. So, may mga brow cara na pang color lang. May mga brow cara na pang set lang. Usually, these are called clear brow caras or setting brow caras.
Okay.
Now, this is somewhere in between. This is called a fiber volumizing brow cara. So, it colors the hair, but at the same time, it lengthens a bit or pinapakapal niya ng konti for areas na wala ng buhok. Like I said, again, I mentioned, paubos na yung buhok ko dito.
Yeah.
So, kapag nagmamadali ako, and I just want like that bushy, bushy natural-ish brows, pero medyo filled siya ng konti. There's two techniques in using this. If you just want to lengthen it, more on the hair only. I hope you can see it.
Yes, I can see it.
Can you see this is quite a bit longer than this one now?
Yeah. Yeah, because I can see it like stick out.
It helps lengthen it. Have you seen mga photos ng mga celebrities na puro ganito na yung brows nila?
I have noticed, yeah. I think also Catriona had a nice picture where her brows were kind of bushy also.
Tapos, on areas na, again, the only time I would do this, na ito yung isang pinagko-color ko kapag nagmamadali ako. Ito lang yung meron sa kit ko kasi parang it helps na. So, when I wanna fill lang,
I like it though.
When I'm on a rush, medyo pinapadaan ko na siya dun sa balat mismo just to fill on the areas that I don't have that much hair. Ayan, just to fill it in. So this is like my natural-ish rush pero mukhang ready brow.
Yeah, I like it though. I like the effect of it.
Diba? So that is the brow cara. Again, this is one.
Brow cara.
No. Again, this one is from Benefit as well. So after that, assuming you have more time, you can go in with your pencil na, which you can start as well. So you fill it in. Okay. Minsan when I'm doing my placado brows, I would usually shape it first. Also, eto pala, tip, kapag hirap kang gumawa ng, kung sanay ka na, I think sanay ka na naman gumawa ng brows mo. But for those who are watching and hindi pa sila ganun kagaling mag-blend, especially with their brows, and or sobrang dark nung kanilang pang brows, what you can do is you start 3/4. You fill in it 3/4 muna, tapos you brush it para hindi super dark nung inner part. Kasi nga ang goal natin is from light to dark.
To dark.
Yes.
Radiant.
So, kamusta naman ang yung Miss Universe?
Good. I'm actually happy that we still have online activities. Para we still have like something else to look forward to as well during this BCQ because we can't actually see each other or be with each other at the moment. So we really have to make do with virtual presence na lang.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. But it's okay naman. I think everybody is coping and adjusting, and we at least we can still communicate with each other. So I think that's also important.
True.
And at least they also gave us a date to look forward to. But it's not like we're left hanging or something. So I'm happy. I'm glad also. But they also say about your brows, they should be neighbors but not, they're sisters but not twins or something.
Okay. As a makeup artist, we usually try as much as possible to make it pantay. But understandable, especially if you're doing it on your own, it's understandable na hindi siya 100% pantay. Lalo na nung kasi if we're going for like a bushy brow, hindi pantay-pantay kasi yung tubo ng hair. So there's no way for you to like 100% make it pantay. Again, that is from the perspective of people who are doing it for themselves. But for makeup artists, usually our goal is to make it as much as we can pantay.
In the very least, they should be neighbors, siguro.
At the very least,
Because sometimes I find memes of people on 9gag and then they're judging the woman because of how she did her brows. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, it's just funny nga. Sometimes you see people comment nga, oh my god, her eyebrows aren't even neighbors. Because ang laya talaga ng forma or something.
Alam mo, minsan din kasi, yung sa face shape, may mga tao mas mataas to eh. Kaya alam mo ba, trivia, when you try to, pag nag-picture ka, tapos yung half, pinold mo, paano explain, yung kalahati, pinold mo, tapos yung kablahati, pinold mo ulit. Pinagdikit mo yung dalawang photo, magkaiba yung face mo. It's not 100%, may mga taong, parehas yung mukha. Like in my case, if you look at my face, like yung ilong ko mas mababa dito, mas maliit to, parang ganon.
Oh yeah.
So, pag pinold ko tong kabilang side na to, medyo iba yung itsura ko pag ito naman yung kabilang side na to.
With iba, do you mean mas maganda or hindi?
Hindi ka alam kung saan yung mas maganda eh. Pero hindi na parehas. So there's something different. So minsan yung brows din natin. So yung buto natin, kung mas mataas ng konti dito, minsan mas mataas din yung brow dito. So kaya sa minsan, hindi talaga siya pwedeng pagpantay 100%.
What I do also with my brows sometimes, it's like, not really sometimes, I've just applied it recently. It's like I fill them up with the pencil and then I blend it out with the spoolie on the pencil. But then on the end, I use the actual eyebrow brush, I think it's called, and then use eye makeup to like put the, like, just draw the last line here to make it a bit longer because the pencil doesn't really achieve that kind of look.
Actually, yun yung gagawin natin later. At least good na alam mo na, you have an idea already. Very, very, actually maganda yung ginawa mo. Okay, so when you're done filling in the 3/4, you get your spoolie, and then you blend it. Para lang, as I mentioned, kasi pag nag-blend ka sa spoolie, nagkakaroon ng product yung spoolie mo eh.
Yeah.
So when you blend it, talaga makita mo yung difference na halos konting-konti lang nasa inner part, going to the outer part, na pa-dark siya ng pa-dark.
When I have a question lang about maintaining your brows. Are you supposed to keep the hairs within the form of the brow? because my hairs tend to be kind of long, but then I just brush them to the side so they don't like flick out of it. Should I,
Um,
if maintaining them properly, should I like, bring them up and then cut them and then
okay.
just leave it like that?
Before, you would see like yung mga videos who do that. On the
Mm.
outer part, that's okay to do. But di ba nga, as I mentioned, uso ngayon yung bushy yung inner. Or
Mm-hmm.
minsan pa nga hanggang halfway or three-fourths bushy yan eh. You would usually see that on a lot of celebrities right now. They don't do on fleek anymore.
Alright.
So, if you overcut it, or ikakat mo talaga siya ng sobrang linis na isang linya na siya, hindi mo na magagawa yung bushy na technique. So, okay yung ginagawa mo ngayon na when you just want it super clean, instead of cutting it, you just push it back. That's a good technique as well.
Alright.
Okay. So, when you're done filling in, blending it in,
Yep.
okay. This is optional. Okay, it's up to you if you wanna do it.
Yes.
And this is actually the step when we do like super on fleek, super placado Instagram brows, is that we make it darker on the end. So, what you can use for darkening it are either pomade na darker, your pencil na darker, or your... Actually, okay din yung mga brow powders. And then, you mentioned earlier that you were using eyeshadow.
Yeah, just the darker or like, so not really dark, just a kind of light brown eyeshadow makeup. Because I was never able to buy the brow makeup.
Okay lang.
So I had to save money a little bit.
Well, alam mo ba before, for those who, nung wala pa naman maraming variation ng pang brows, before ang ginagamit lang naman talaga was ng eyeshadow.
Okay.
Difference
So
lang niya is,
I'm not really making a mistake.
not really. If you think about it, the formulation, it's what do you call this? The powder, yung mga brow powders, if you like check it, it's almost the same consistency as your contours, your eyeshadows. Ang difference lang usually is your eyeshadows are more pigmented.
Yeah.
So, palight siya ng palight. Lighter ng konti yung brow products, lighter ng konti yung contours. Kasi kung sobrang pigmented ng contours, baka mukha tayo sinaka. So, yun lang yung difference. Mas pigmented lang usually yung eyeshadows. But, yes, in reality, you can actually use it. So, again, for those who are watching, that's actually one tip by Miss Bohol.
Yes. To save a little bit of money until you can afford like a good eyeshadow, a good eyebrow, palette color thingy. I don't know how you call it.
She's gonna use her eyeshadow. Para parehas kami, ganun din ang gagawin ko. Gagamitin ko yung eyeshadow. So, I'm gonna use that roughly around 3, hanggang dun sa yung tip na banda. Okay, this is just me, So, I would usually put it at the tip part. Okay. And then, minsan, yung matitira dun sa brow, syempre, i-fill mo pa to, pero yung matitira dun sa brows, after you fill it in, yung matitira sa brush, pinang-fill ko siya ng mga sparse.
Yeah.
And I have a sparse area here, so I fill that in as well. What have you been doing?
Mostly work from home since the past few weeks, and then I was just able to at least squeeze in some outreach programs. But the bulk of what I have been doing is really work from home, and I think I can consider myself lucky that I'm able to work from home during these times.
Okay, great. Now, last part. Again, this is optional. If malinis naman yung pagkakagawa mo and you're happy with that, that's great. For those na medyo makalat pa, so sinadya kung hindi pa siya sobrang linis, medyo blurred pa yung outer ko. So, what you guys can do is, when it's slightly blurred pa, again, this is not wrong. If you're like aiming for something hindi naman on fleek, It's clean, it's bushy, it's natural-ish. You can end with this one, but I'm just gonna show you guys how it will look like if it's clean, meaning kino-conceal natin siya. You can get your concealer brush. You can also use your flat definer. So if you don't have a flat definer, a concealer brush would do.
Is it okay if I opt out of that one?
Yes, you can. Lalo na kung maganda na naman yung pagkakaano mo. Hindi, yung sa akin ginawa ko lang, para lang mapakita ko na that's an option.
Okay. But I do see it a lot also in like makeup tutorial videos that the makeup artists always like ends the brow with doing the concealer thing.
Kasi it helps me. Alright. So, ang goal natin ngayon, hindi ko siya nang sobrang nilinis yung top part because what we wanna achieve is medyo bushy siya, diba? So,
yes,
we brush it upward again. And then, you have, if you wanna make it longer, again, you can use your brow cara. But I'm just gonna show it. Mga uso sa mga celebrities. And then I'm just going to set this. You can use your brow gel, brow soap, or a brow setter. So I think you said you have a clear brow gel.
like it's not clear. It's actually brown. Here. Yeah, it's brown.
So, yung last step na pinakita ko but you don't have would be, as I mentioned, the setter. An alternative of this, I think you might have seen some of my makeup artists use this, would be brow soaps. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've seen that before. Brow soap,
So, brow soap, ang effect niya, I'm gonna show it sa other side ng brow soap. So, yung, para rin siyang setter. Ang difference lang niya is, I like using brow soaps kapag photo shoots, mga kasi mas madaling mag-feather out yung hair. Ang downside ni brow soap sa akin, for me, is yung longevity niya. So longevity-wise, let's say, mawakul din yung event ko and I want my brows to like stick up na talagang bushy siya. Can you see how bushy this side is? Yung nakita mo yung mga hair.
Yes.
Ayan. So, if I want this to like stay for the entire event, I usually use my brow setter. Again, this one is from Benefit. So, kung brow soap kasi, ito naman yung difference niya. If I like doing, I actually like this on editorial shoots. Yung mga, high fashion, ayan, maraming mahilig sa ganito. It's called your feather brows.
So it really keeps it up.
Yeah.
More than the first thing you used.
Pero, pag pinawisan ka na kasi na medyo nawawala yung effect nito. Yun yung downside niya. Pero ang ganda niya sa camera. Ayan, can you see?
Yeah. But can you also like use that as a like if you're just using that and you're not adding anything else to it?
Kung makapal yung hair mo, yes. Kaya lang, ayan can you see I have sparse areas. To this side, it's nice. Kasi makapal tong hair ko dito. Pero at this side, I have a lot of sparse area. So what I would usually do kapag ganyan is I'll get my eye pencil or something, brow pencil, tapos i-fill ko lang yung mga parts na kalbo.
Fill up na lang. Fill up the blanks.
Fill in the blanks kasi kalbo na siya. Yun. Yeah. So this is my feathery, this is my half on fleek, half push.
Looks good. I love the two separate eyebrows.
So they're kalabas.
Yeah. They're neighbors, at least.
Hi, this is it. Okay. So let's do our eyeshadow. So as I mentioned kanina, you're gonna put your eye primer or your concealer.
Yes, I already applied my concealer to my eyes, my eyelid. And what can I do after this?
So let's get our transition shade. Have you heard of what a transition shade is? Or have
I
you
might have
heard?
heard of it before and it might have been mentioned before, but you can shed some light on it if you want.
Your transition shade is siya yung medyo parang last shade on your smoke. Okay. Actually, imagine the smoke. Yung totoong smoke,
Yeah.
halimbawa may sunog. So when there's
Okay.
smoke, may part doon na parang you're barely seeing it. Yung parang there's smoke pero parang wala. Hanggang sa
Okay,
wala na siya. So what you wanna achieve, lalo na kung smoke to, if we're talking about smoky eye, there's a bit of space na walang eyeshadow before the brow. So si transition shade, siya yung parang magiging barrier natin or siya yung magiging break. Siya yung magbibigay sa atin ng parang almost pa walang effect. So the best transition shade that you can find is a shade that is almost, it's slightly darker than your actual skin tone. Okay? Pero, siya yung madadalian kang i-blend na hindi siya mahirap pawalain or i-smoke out. Kasi kapag may mga magagaling na makeup artists that can actually do a smoky eye with just literally one shadow shade.
Oh.
As in, magalagay lang yan ng itim, i-blend out yun ng maganda. Kaya niya. It is possible. It is possible, but that's harder. Yun yung difference niya. So, the reason why I'm gonna teach you how to use a transition shade, use a second shade, use a third shade, kasi that's parang an easier way to do a smoke. Instead na talagang pinipilit mong i-blend out siya. Again, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's wrong for those who are doing it that. It's harder lang. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this, guys, because kaya nga to tutorial it, because I'm trying to teach you guys how to make your lives easier, correct?
Thanks.
So, let's do.
Appreciate it.
So, a transition shade, usually meron naman yan sa mga palettes. So, usually yung mga transition shade are these ones.
These are my brushes.
Okay, great that you have a lot. I'm gonna show you lang the difference of the brushes. So, these are your blending brushes. Alright, so these are basically, to simplify it, for blending brushes, to simplify things, you have the biggest one, the middle one, and the smallest one. So when I say blending brushes, these are fluffy.
Yes.
These are tapered, meaning hindi pantay-pantay. Okay? So these are fluffy, tapered, and hindi pantay. These are your blending brushes. This is called your pencil brush. Medyo mas magkakadikit siya. Which I'll explain later. It's very small, medyo mas compact siya.
Yeah.
Also slightly tapered. Okay? So, anong difference ni blending brushes? Why do we need different sizes? The bigger the blending brush, the fluffier it is, the lighter yung pigmentation na inilalagay niya sa mata.
The whiter?
The bigger, the wider, the bigger, the more fluffier it is.
Yes.
Okay? The more smoked out yung ginagawa niya. So, lighter ang pigmentation nito. The smaller your blending brush is, mas marami siyang pigment. Ibig sabihin, mas marami siyang inilalagay na kulay. So, usually, when we're doing the fluff out part, yung lighter part, we use the bigger one. When we wanna put more color, let's say, ano ka na siya may lid part, yung may kulay na part, you get the smaller one. Kasi you don't want na ito yung malalaking ginamit mo dun sa mga darker color. Hanggang dun sa may transition mo, may kulay na. Hindi na nakikita yung transition. Okay? So, let's get our biggest blending brush. Get your transition shade. You tap out the excess. And we blend. We blend roughly above the crease.
Okay. Only above the crease?
Muna. How did you start pala? How did you start in pageantry?
My first exposure in pageantry was when I was in college. It was just a school pageant, like, the typical story where you start out as Miss Intramurals, and then you slowly like go higher and build up. But back then, I really didn't think of all the different possibilities that joining pageants could actually bring. Like back then, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna join this, I'm gonna have fun, and then my plus points. And then afterwards,
Sa
my
PE.
friends, oh, I no, not just only in PE, in major subjects also. So I was really giving it my all, para at least my sure extra points, for or my sure extra plus points for those subjects. Like back then, I was still in medical technology, and it was super difficult, and I was really struggling with it. So I got plus points for subjects like anatomy and another chemistry subjects. So yes. But yeah, that's how I basically was exposed and started. And then it was really just my friends who were helping me and training me in the hallways. And slowly but surely, I started joining other pageants, which were first like municipal level or city level, and then provincial. And then I had my first national pageant back in 2018. And now I'm here at Miss Universe Philippines. And I'm learning new things with every pageant, so I'm taking it all in.
Okay. Sige, before my next follow-up question, let's do our second shade.
Yes.
So when you're done with your transition shade, dapat when you look at it, it's barely there, pero parang may something. Like that. Can you see me?
Okay.
I don't know if this is a camera.
Yes, you're so white. It's like that. It's nice how you can like use that particular color for transition, because I like the orangey kind of look of it.
Okay. So, this is my transition. So it's barely there. Pag unang tingin mo, parang meron, pero parang wala. Lalo na when I open my eyes and I didn't tell you na may eyeshadow. When you look at it at first instinct, parang there's something, pero hindi ka sure kung
Yeah.
yun. Sumukha lang sa nakalubog. Yun yung ideal. Parang may
Yeah.
contour lang, kumbaga. So, what your contour looks like here, dapat ganun yung nafe-feel mo when you look at your transition shade.
Okay, understand.
Alright. So, when we're done with our transition shade, let's get our small blending brush. Dapat smaller than that, ha?
Okay.
Get your darker shade. Anong darker shade yung gamitin mo?
How dark should it be? Because I have several dark shades here.
Try the one dun sa pinakababa. Sa pinaka...
This one?
Yeah, that one.
This-
You try that.
This one.
Yes.
All right. That's leader.
That's dark brown, pero may mas darker pa dyan, di ba? Para assuming lang later, you feel na parang I think I can step up one more shade darker. Kasi mas madaling magdagdag kaysa magbawas na kaysa, oh my God, this is dark on me.
I also don't like it if I have to like super blend out stuff because I ended up putting it too much or too dark.
Okay. So, kung ganun ang iyong weakness, here's another technique. Like I said, go step down, not too much too dark, something na feeling mo doon ka happy, pero wag too dark. So, we're going dark brown, pero hindi yung almost black brown.
Okay.
And then here's a technique that I do. Dun sa peg natin kanina, ang smoke natin asa outer eh. Tapos dito shimmer, di ba? So, what we're going to do is, we're going to pat. Yan, or this is the smallest brush. I got my pigment already. Okay? We tap out the excess. I'm just going to pat it where I want the pigment the most. Ibig sabihin, andito yung pinaka-darkest ko. Pero it's gonna blend lighter upward. Okay? So kung saan mo siya gusto, again, pinaka-dark, dun mo siya itatap. I'm going to tap it just at the corners below my face. Not above it. So itap mo lang muna yung pigment and then you get your clean blending brush. Okay? A clean blending brush. A clean mid or your largest. A clean ha, walang laman.
Yeah.
And then we blend that. So it's easier to blend when it's clean. Kasi imagine mo kung etong malaking to, punong-puno siya ng pigment, tapos eto nga yung in-swipe mo dito, yung darker mo, hanggang dito meron na. Doon kayo nagpapanik na, oh my God, hindi ko na siya ma-blend. Kasi yung darkest mo, andito na. Wala kang transition. Hindi siya nag-gradients.
Yeah.
So you try.
For my brush, it's not that compact. As you can see, it's quite fluffy. I do have, this is not really a blending brush, but I do have one that's quite compact. This one. Can I use this one to just apply it and then another blending brush to blend it out?
Okay, sige, pwede na rin naman.
Is that okay?
That's
Or
okay.
should I use this one? This is the smallest blending brush I have.
To be safe, kunin mo na lang yung medyo mas maliit pa dyan.
Okay. See, I'll use this one. And where exactly did you put it? Only in the corner?
Muna. Oo, dun muna ako naglagay lang sa corner. Para when I look at it, sige, I'll explain why dun muna tayo sa corner. So I just place it at the corner. And then I blend it out. So again, for those who are watching, this is just a technique for those who are having a hard time or for those who doesn't know how to blend properly yet. There's a certain way kasi that you can actually go straight into with this type of brush, a small blending brush, and then go straight with your darkest shade. Kaya lang, it has to, kailangan may control. Kailangan marunong kayo how to lightly apply your dark shade. If you're having trouble with that, the technique that I mentioned is something that you can do.
So I have this. No, it's not that clear.
Okay, pero it's slightly lighter pa. Kulang pa siya ng konting pigment. So here's what you do. The reason why I said na we're just gonna top it there and then we're gonna build it up because for doing smoky, it's nice that you build it up. Yung hindi yung automatic, lagi ka lang nalagay hanggang sa mukha na siyang patchy. So let's build it up. If you feel na kulang pa siya, mas madaling magdagdag kesa magbawas. Kesa sobrang dami na niya, maghihirapan ka ng i-blend. So if you feel na it's kulang or you feel that it's too light, you can actually go a step darker or just add more pigment. So that's up to you. So if I want to make it darker, I can go one step darker and then add it again at the same place or where I want it the darkest the most. And then again, blend it with a clean brush. Until such time that I'm happy with the shade, I'm happy with the color.
No, I think this is okay now.
It's up to you.
So should I do it on my other eye now?
Yeah. It's nice that you know your palettes. Na parang, ay, ito pag kinabit ko sa akin iba. Kasi there are people that are super acidic. So the colors tend to change on them. Hindi lang foundation, kundi pati eyeshadow. So, minsan what you see on your palette, mukha siyang warm, and then paglagay mo sa'yo, nagiging gray siya.
Yeah.
So, there's a chance that you are slightly acidic.
How do you check that?
Indicators would be number one, yeah, it changes its color. Another indication would be when you wear accessories. When you wear watches, when you wear jewelry, rings, necklaces, bracelets, tapos yung metal would change color. Let's say a silver would be yellowish. When you wear your watches, pag nag-watch ka, pag tanggal mo, para kang may color between. Ayan. So, those
okay, yeah.
are acidic.
Sige.
Are you acidic?
Well, I do notice it sometimes when I'm wearing my watch and then my green, minsan.
So that's one possible indicator. You are acidic.
So are there like different levels of being acidic, or if you're acidic, then there's only one level? Or you can really be super acidic nga, you just need that one brand talaga for makeup.
The problem with being acidic is there's no one size fits all. It depends on the person. Minsan super acidic ka. Minsan hindi masyado. Kasi nasa lifestyle mo yan. Saka sa diet mo. So if you're the type of person na yung iniinom mo, ang hilig sa kape, yan. So that's one possible thing. Another possible reason is tayo, pag girls meron tayong period, correct? Now, when we have our periods, our hormones are so wild. Minsan pati yung skin natin nag-iiba. Alam mo yan, kahit sobrang linis mo sa mukha mo, kahit anong linis mo, kahit anong skincare mo, pero meron kang pimples, that's hormonal.
Pimples
That's
still.
not, diba?
Yeah.
No matter how, there are certain people na kahit gano'n sila kalinis sa mukha at kaalaga sa mukha, kapag meron sila, nagpipimple sila, that's hormonal kasi.
Yeah.
So, those are things that are beyond our control already. So, at least alam mo lang na, ay minsan, acidic ako. So, you have to also tell that to your makeup artist na, Ma'am Shi, ganun, Ma'am Shi. Or ate, or I don't know how you call your makeup artist. Minsan, acidic ako. Like, the eyeshadow tends to change in color on me. Does foundation change in color on you? Or not much?
I think I'm starting to notice because my makeup artist who accompanied me when I bought my foundation and my concealer last time, when we applied it in the store, he liked it. Kaya that was the shade and the brand that we bought. And then when I used it for an event, afterwards me, did you use the one we bought? Kasi parang iba na yung color sa skin mo with the same foundation that we saw in the store. So maybe yeah, I could be acidic. Damn. Pero, so there's nothing much you can do about it when you're acidic.
Here are some tips. What people who are acidic would do is to get one shade lighter na foundation. Para kapag nag-darken siya, pantay na siya dun sa actual shade mo. Okay? Kaya lang, for people who are super erratic, na sobrang nag-jump yung kulay nila, na minsan acidic siya, minsan hindi, you can find a shade that is super close to your actual skin color. And then when it starts to change in color, what I would personally do kapag meron kaming shoot, tapos, oh my God, sobrang acidic niya. On emergency situation na napansin ko sobrang nag-dark yung foundation, I would get a foundation powder, yung may konting coverage, and use a lighter shade on that person para magpantay siya.
Okay.
Yung powder foundation,
Yeah.
mga compact that has a bit of coverage para mahabol ko yung color. So that's what I personally do on clients na napansin ko bigla siyang nag-dark yung foundation. Okay, good? Okay.
Yes.
You get your pen brush. Can you see this one?
I don't have the like tightly packed one. This is something I think the tightlier.
Basta something small. Siguro tayo nagamit ito na small, medyo tighter.
It's circular, right?
Oo. Kung wala, basta something smaller. Kasi pag sobrang malaki siya or fluffy, baka, pwede na rin yan. You can go with that. Okay?
Or wait, I have I have also this one. It's thinner than the other
yung
one.
isa na lang. Yung medyo mas para mas...
The one thicker,
Yes.
thickerly packed.
Yeah,
All right.
So you get your darkest shade. Tapos ng excess. And then you blend it dun sa iyong lower lash.
Okay. I think this is the first time that I'm going to be using this color because I've never gone that dark with eyeshadow.
Okay. Be very careful. Konting-konti lang kasi nga hindi bagay sa'yo yung sobrang dark.
I've never done this before, and especially not with this color. So just like sa lower lang?
So, after that, you get your transition shade again, or a slightly darker tone than your transition.
Yeah.
Whichever you think can blend that out more. Now, since this is lighter, when I go over it, and I blend it out, medyo mas mag-feather siya.
Okay. Do you use the same brush?
Yes, pero clean it up.
Okay. So slightly darker than the transition, the first one. All right. And go over it lang.
Yep.
Slightly lighter.
So, when you're done with that,
Yes, I'm done with this.
okay. So let's get our kanina may nakita ko para siyang flat the brush.
This one?
Yes.
Right.
Let's use that for the shimmer. Okay, for the shimmer,
Oh.
never use something that is fluffy. Kasi
All right.
marami kalat.
Ah, right. Get it. Yes.
You get something that is more flatter or
Should it be a white? I have this one which is flat, and I have this one.
yung ano na lang, smaller para lang safe.
Smaller.
Para hindi makalat. So
Small
you
is
get your flat brush. Anong gusto mong gamitin shimmer shade? Wanna go bronzy or parang ano lang, fresh?
Let's go. I think bronzy would be nice. I have this one.
So parang medyo gold-ish.
Firecracker.
So get your
My palettes.
shimmer shade. Now we're going to tap lang. Let's not blend kasi
Okay.
shimmer shades are when you blend it, kakalat siya. So what we do is we just tap it ever so
Dab it.
lightly. Then shimmer to.
Do you reapply?
Yes, you can. Hanggang sa happy ka na.
Right.
Can you see mine?
Yeah, I can see yours.
Ayan.
Your eyelash, your
You can
eyeshadow.
do something like that would be great.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try. Try.
Okay.
Try. Mm. 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 It's not clear on the Zoom. It's a bit more clear on my camera. I like it.
You happy?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I think it's pantay. I like it.
Alright. So after we're done with that, you get your mid blending brush. Pero again, this should be clean. And then just blend out the part kung saan nag-meet yung shimmer tsaka yung smoke. So, so eto lang yung part na i-blend natin para hindi ganun karami yung fallout ng shimmer or ng glitter. So just the part where it's meeting, then natin siya i-blend. Happy? Since we're done with that,
Very
let's
happy.
do our eyeliner.
All right.
When I was starting, this was my weakness.
Me too.
This
To
was
such a
my
point that I would
weakness.
just stick the eyelashes and then not apply any eyeliner because I was so bad at it and so scared.
So what you can do is you get your dark shade or your mid shade, kanina from the eyeshadow. Get an angled brush.
Yes.
Okay. And then, before you use your eyeliner, you wing out with your eyeshadow first.
Oh.
You know
Okay.
why?
No.
Okay. Kasi, if it's the eyeshadow, kung mali, you can blend it out. Pag yung liquid, nagkamali
Stick
ka.
to it na lang.
Oo. So you try to like clean it hanggang sa pati yung foundation sa ilalim na burang na.
Yeah.
So it's ideal na, ayan. Para din kasi minsan, bawa, pag nag-wing ako sa kabila ko niyan, bawa, hindi pantay. So kung hindi pantay, gusto ko itong babaan, I just blend it out. I wing it again.
Yeah. Pero I think I left my angled brush in Manila.
Any thin brush.
Ah, okay. I think this one's fine. This is clean. Is this thin enough?
Pwede na yan.
Yeah. Or though I have this like really small one for eyeliner.
Pwede din.
And the darkest eyeshadow?
Yes.
Right. And I'm not sure. Do I like start where the upper waterline and the lower waterline meet?
So, itong ano mo, dito sa waterline,
Yes.
if you can imagine, if you can like do an imaginary line on your head, anong itsura ng linya kapag nagtuloy-tuloy lang siya kunyari?
Okay.
That would be a nice indicator where your wing will go.
Okay. Yep. I think I got it. I've never, thought of actually following that line. I thought, nah, okay. Sometimes my little wings, wow. Sometimes my little wings they look really good, and then there are other times they still look okay, but not as good as the others. So it's like they have different. Sometimes they go really up. Sometimes they're like middle. Sometimes they're actually straight lang. Pero I never. I'll take mental note of that tip. Follow the lower waterline. Okay, I drew the starting line. So
Yeah.
do I now proceed with the liquid?
Yes. Again, keep it small lang. Don't make it a huge.
So wing muna.
I usually start with the wing muna. So, I like doing the wing first. Ay, bigla tayong magkalimit, no?
Yeah, because this is serious. This is a serious part of the makeup to make it all look good and easy. Because if I mess up the eyeliner, it's like my mood goes down because I realize I have to like remove it and then maybe even have to redo everything about the eye because then I have to use like the micellar water to remove the liquid eyeliner.
Okay. Assuming lang, para din hindi ka ma-stress. Assuming that you did the eyeshadow technique already, but you're not happy with your eyeliner, don't remove it kagad with your micellar water. At what you can do is, instead of like totally cleaning it, you get your concealer.
Okay.
So halimbawa, I'll show you. Halimbawa nagkamali ako. Halimbawa, yan.
Oh no. No.
Cringe ka ba?
Baka it's gonna be like the new uso or something na you have two wings on one eye.
So, kunyari lang nagkamali ka like that. Sorry, kita ba?
Yeah, I can see it. You have two wings.
So, halimbawa lang, you have 2 weeks. Saan yung concealer? Imagine if you have made a mistake, you wanna clean it out. So, just clean it with your concealer. Pero nakita mo na wala yung kala. Well,
I hope this is not considered big. Do I like go all the way to the corner of my eye? Inner
yes.
corner.
It also helps kasi na pag nabawa nagpo-falsies ka, tapos
Yes.
hindi mo siya may kabit ng sobrang dulo dahil naiiyak ka. If there's an eyeliner here, kahit yung lashes mo hindi mo malagay sa dulo, mukha pa lang siyang tuloy-tuloy.
Complete. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Careful not to poke your eye.
Yung sinend ko sa yung peg, medyo may konting glitter kasi yun.
Yeah. And I don't have glitter. What brands sell glitter nga nice?
I love,
But the glitter itself has the glitter itself has different colors also, right?
Yes.
So it really depends on the look that you're going for.
You can go with something very neutral, like champagne.
Okay.
Usually your champagnes are something that can work with different colors. I'll show you how it looks like if like I'll put on champagne glitter. Ewan ko kung kita. Saan nakita? So
What's the brand again?
This one is my favorite for glitters. This is Stella.
Oh, Stella, yeah. Okay. It does look shinier now, through the video cam. Nice. No, I can see it. I can see the sparkles a bit more if you're far away from it.
Mas kita pag far away.
Uh-oh. How do you know how thick you should have your eyeliner on top of your, like really here in the middle of your eyelid?
Depende sa eye shape, but for you, I would suggest you keep it thin in the middle and then wag din sobrang kapal on the outer. Pero very thin in the middle, tapos mag-limit lang siya kung hanggang sa gano'n nakakapal yung nagawa mo. Okay. So, medyo pakapal siya ng konti. Pero di ba nga, ang suggestion ko for your wing, hindi rin ganun kakapal, hindi rin ganun kahaba.
Yeah.
So, keep the inner part as thin as you can. What national pageants have you joined under?
Just one, and that was Mutya ng Pilipinas back in 2018. That's my first. What I used to do before also when I applied eyeliner is that I would use a sponge and then close my eyes and then really like pull all the wrinkles out of it para isang stroke lang and then yun na yun.
Oh,
Para the less time I'll use for that the better before
I
because I
get
wasn't good at it.
the point of what you were doing. For those who are watching, here's the downside when you're pulling things. Okay? When you're pulling things, sometimes hindi mo makita kung exactly asan siya pag nakababa. So when you're pulling it, minsan may part na may part pala, ay dito pala may wrinkle ako or dito pala nagpo-fold na yung eye ko. Pagbaba mo nung pagka-pull mo, pagbaba niya, yung wing mo pala, naka-fold siya. That's why I don't recommend that you guys pull. But I do get your point. But, ayan. Or, saka ito pa pala, minsan may mga eyeliners na pag pull mo, yung product nila, parang siyang medyo glossy, na kapag lagay mo, pag nag-dry siya, maninigas siya na as is. So, pag bumanalik mo yung balat, nagiging para siyang
It's like crease or it's like you're making an extra crease or yeah, I get it. I get it. Do I need to curl?
Okay.
Or
Medyo
no need?
controversial to. Some people say na dapat mauna daw yung pag-curl before the application of lash. I personally prefer that I put on the false eyelashes first before I curl. You know why? Kapag yung lashes mo kasi, nakaangat na siya. So, ang tendency, lumalaban siya pag kinakabit mo na yung falsies. Imagine mo, ito yung lash mo. So, kung naka-curl na siya, ito yung iyong lash line. So, since tinatry mo ikabit yung lash, naglalaban siya. Not
working
unlike
against
it's working against it. Not unlike kapag nakahiga pa yung lashes mo, tapos kinabit mo na siya, walang pumipigil.
Okay. Mental notes.
But again, for those who are doing na inuuna nila yung pag-curl, I'm not against it. If that works with you, great. Not for me and to share what I'm doing. So, before I put on my mascara, usually nilalagay ko na yung glue para nagiging tacky na siya. So, lagay na natin
yeah.
Kasi hindi mo to pwede ikabit ng agad. So, habang pinapatuyo ko yung aking eyelash glue, I would put on my mascara.
When it comes to eyelashes, my friend Jerry gave me a tip also. She's like, she got an eyelash, nga pantay-pantay lahat. She cut it in two, and then the how do you call it? So the half of the one eyelash we just put at the end of her eyes. Because me and her, we had like kind of full on natural eyelashes, so the dug and the end part would just give it like, for us at least, like a sultry look, or like an extra but without like making it look too much.
So I'm gonna put on my mascara. Since I'm putting on false eyelashes, it's ideal that you put on top as well. Kasi some sa ilalim mo lang naglalagay. Kasi yung mascara, when you put it on top as well, ang purpose niya is not to elongate or make it thick, but more on to make sure na may kakapitan yung false eyelashes mo.
I get it.
Para pag pinagdikit mo sila, may something tacky in between to keep it or to adhere it.
So for mascara, we're not that particular, right? Or are we?
I am particular with the mascara kapag it's like natural look, wala akong nalagay ng falsies. Pero kapag may falsies, hindi ako super particular with the mascara. I don't make it too thick either. Kasi nga, meron ka ng false eyelashes. Okay. When you put on your false eyelashes, anong inuuna mo? Inner, outer?
Middle.
Okay. Again, that's not wrong. If doon ka sanay, great. I'm just gonna share what I would personally usually do. On myself and even on clients, I would put the inner part first. You know why? Kasi yun yung unang-unang natatanggal kadalasan. And you wanna make sure that your inner part is very secured. Moreover, kapag inuna mo kasi yung outer or yung inner, minsan may tendency na hindi mo napapansin na pasobra yung haba sa inner. Tapos dun ka magluluha. So at least if inuna mo yung inner part mo, secured ka na at comfortable ka at sure kang hindi ka maiiyak kasi yun yung inuna mo. Ayan. So kung nakakabit na yung inyong first lash, yung inner lash nyo, saka ako ikakabit yung dulo ko.
Almost done. Okay. Oh wow, your eyelashes are so long.
Charot!
Oh, wow. Pwede na, pwede na.
If ever that you guys will like use long false eyelashes, you try to get the wispy ones. Kasi pag nasobrahan ka ng falsies, yung super duper kapal talaga na falsies. Ano yung mga falsies? Anyway, kasi yung mga sobrang kapal na falsies, ang tendency niya kasi sa stage, pag yung talaga yung sunod-sunod na siya, yung makapal na makapal. Kung ang ilaw natin andito sa top, so yung lashes mo, tinipigilan niya yung light. So ang dating tuloy, ang dilim ng mata mo.
Yeah. Okay.
So ang pangit yung tignan sa stage.
That's true. It's like they're shadowing your eyes or
Yes,
overshadowing your eyes.
That's one of the things that you have to be careful for when in terms to eyelashes. For pageant night.
Okay.
Keep done with
Yes.
lashes.
Yes.
We can now curl it. Since I have big eyes, this is the type of curl lash that I have. Yung mini.
It's also recently that I found out that there are different sizes pala also for the curler.
The full one kasi kumakagat yan sa akin sa sides. Kaya I use the mini one. Yung ganito. Yung wala siya sa sides. Okay. So when you're done curling, for photo shoots, ideally you do tight line. So waterline mo, I've mentioned already kanina, either you keep it plain, like that na, as in your natural waterline. You can do nude or cream waterlines, or a very light brown waterline for you. Those are like the colors that I would suggest.
Thank you, Ms. Nick.
Thank you. Salamat sa iyong time. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new.
Yes, I did. Oh, a lot of things. I took a mental note of all of those things. I did not write them down, but they're all in my head now. So next time that I'm gonna have to do my own makeup, at least more skills na ako.
Okay.
That's all we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. If you guys want to see more of our makeup session with Miss Universe Philippines or more beauty and makeup videos, just follow, like, and subscribe to all our social media accounts, which I will be linking down below.
If you love Miss Bohol, Pauline, please do support this girl. Where can they support you?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's just at Pauline Amelinckx. Same with Facebook. You can also follow me on Twitter, Pau Amelinckx. And I also have a baby YouTube channel, which is just starting, and it's also really just Pauline Amelinckx. That's Amelinckx, Amelinckx.
Which I will link down below. Also, if you guys want to watch all the activities, all the ganaps of Miss Universe, you can follow them at their page at Miss Universe Philippines.
Thanks again for watching, and again, if you like to experience a one-on-one makeup sesh with us or one of our scheduled group makeup class, feel free to message us for more info. And see you guys soon. Bye!